Elections in the digital age. Elections, like the rest of society, are increasingly digitalized. While numerous advantages of this process, such as the inclusion of excluded voices, diaspora voting, as well as the organization of elections in times of crisis, are often cited as advantages, election digitalization opens many questions and dilemmas such as the integrity of the electoral process. It is, therefore, not surprising that the take-up of e-voting remains somewhat slow. According to research conducted by IDEA International, electronic voting is practiced in only 34 out of 178 studied countries. Estonia, as the first country to allow e-voting in the 2005 general elections, is said to be one of the most advanced in the domain, with more than 43% of its electoral body casting their votes electronically in the 2019 EU election. Attempts to introduce electronic voting have also been made in Germany, Norway, and Switzerland, but efforts are still far from being realized. However, e-voting is only a part of the equation. The use of digital technologies encompasses the entire electoral process, spanning from political advertising and voter registration to vote counting, and such brings its share of challenges. So let us dive into various aspects of elections in the digital age via this compendium of key concepts.
Artificial intelligence. In the context of elections, artificial intelligence tools are being tested to predict voting trends, such as voter turnout or which candidate best corresponds to voter demands. One such example is the Your Vote Matters platform developed by a consortium of European organizations. The tool that relies on the AI algorithms to match voters with the best corresponding candidates was tested in the 2019 European Parliament elections. Users played the game and responded to 25 questions derived from decisions adopted by the EU Parliament, which the algorithm then used to compare with like-minded candidates and ultimately identify their vote choice. Data protection and privacy protection. From safeguarding personal information collected during the electronic voter registration to data gathered through social media for voter profiling, privacy and data protection are present in almost every step of the electoral process. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity issues also feature big in the discussions on digital elections. Recently, ahead of each 2020 general elections, Myanmar experienced a distributed denial of service attack that disrupted the internet in the country and limited the free flow of information. But cybersecurity issues raise many other concerns. Much attention is being paid to the integrity of devices, namely the vote manipulation by malware, voter authentication, vote secrecy, to name but a few. Whereas technological advances nowadays allow end-to-end encryption to ensure that votes cannot be tampered with before or after they arrive on the server, a verifiable description that facilitates voter anonymity when votes are counted. Trust in electoral technology is under a lot of pressure.
Internet shutdowns. The impact of digital technologies on the information environment encompasses questions pertaining to internet access or lack of thereof. Increasingly, more attention is being paid to cases where government authorities resort to partial or complete internet blackouts or blocking of social networking sites. These measures, which are oftentimes taken ahead on the day of elections, impede the free flow of information and public discourse, as such constitute a violation of the right to freedom of expression. Online political campaigning. In today's day and age, a lot of political campaigning activities have been moved to the online space. Among other things, these include advertising on social media, distribution of video content, but also hiring influencers on networks like Instagram to promote their campaigns. In spite of the claims that online campaigning can make communication between campaigners and voters cheaper, the evolution of spending shows otherwise.
Social media. With more than 4.41 billion users, or roughly 53% of the world population. Social media are at times a powerful communication tool and a weapon. While they play an essential role in ensuring access to timely information and serving as platform for citizens to engage policy and decision makers, in recent years, social networks have also created a fertile ground for the dissemination of hate speech and fake news. Public-private partnership. Legislators have the ability to decide whether or not they want to use digital technologies in the electoral process. Nevertheless, with the widespread use of social media and the overall growing presence and influence of technology, it proves to be a rather challenging task. From creating elections technologies, facilitating political advertising, or serving as channel of communications, these companies are involved in the democratic process. Nevertheless, there is a little oversight of private companies responsible for election technology. Some research show that as of 2015, the outcomes of upward of 25 of the national elections in the world were being determined by Google search engine.
How does social media become a powerful political platform? A communication platform such as social media is persuasive and often works to change or influence opinions when it comes to political views because of the abundance of ideas, thoughts, and opinions circulating through the social media platform. Social media has been a tool in raising voice awareness and call for social change. It allows people to have access to a level of communication that the older generation never had. Through social media, people can now easily call out wrong practices, injustices, and have a voice in different situations. Social media's impact depends mainly on three political factors: domestic opposition, external forces, and the governing regime. By examining how these three factors use social media while considering variations in state capacity and political regime type, a causal model emerges in which there are four different effects of social media: weakening, intensifying, radicalizing, and destabilizing. Examples of domestic opposition is in politics. The opposition comprises one or more political parties or other organized groups that are opposed, primarily ideologically, to the government party or groups in political control of a city, region, state, country, or other political body. Examples of external influences are the factors beyond a company's control that affects operation success. Examples include government regulations, economic recessions, population demographics, and technology. And governing regime. The concept of political regime refers to the formal and informal structure of nature of political power in a country, including the method of determining office holders and the relation between the office holders and society at large. What are the social media sites frequently used during campaign? Facebook. It allows users to share pictures, videos, and articles as well as their own thoughts and opinions with whoever many people they like. Activities like propaganda can be posted here and can be shown all over the country. Instagram can also help political campaigns spread the word and content through posts, short video messages, stories, and going live on Instagram TV. Instagram can be a valuable political tool to help candidates and parties reach potential voters in their homes. Twitter has prominent role in how politicians, media outlets, and advocacy organizations promote their agendas. YouTube is a video sharing service where users can watch, like, share, comment, and upload their own videos. YouTube had become a go-to-go channel for campaigns. Pinterest is a visual social media site used for various purposes, including politics. If you're looking to use Pinterest to promote your campaign or connect with potential voters, this is one of the reliable social media to use. Reddit is a social news website and forum where content is socially created and promoted by site members through voting. TikTok is a platform that enables anyone to become a creator and edit videos that share their political views with thousands, if not millions, of people across the internet. How did the internet influence the winning of Obama in the election? Barack Obama won 2008 United States presidential election on November 4, 2008 during campaign. By using social media and mobilizing the general public online, Obama was able to raise awareness and financial support of his campaign. Politicians who have scripted many successful stories have usually made effective use of new technology such as social media, digital marketing, big data analysis, and many other latest technologies over their opponents to win the heart of voters. In that sense, the inclusion of this sector of society encouraged other sectors to take the initiative to contribute massively with this campaign, as they felt that Obama was with them, but in reality, what have been a great platform of contact with the campaign team to have more effectiveness in the field of work. How did the internet influence the winning of Pinoy in the election? Using the internet helps Pinoy to convey his propaganda for provision of mandatory immunization services for young people to ensure their health. The landslide victory of Pinoy, who garnered 15.2 million or 42% of the total votes cast, was no surprise. If his online campaign platforms were enough indication, the number of Pinoy's fans on his Facebook page, for example, reached an outstanding 95,000 within 2 months of its setup, dwarfing the networks of all other candidates. His cyber campaign maximized social media the most, especially in terms of providing information and mobilizing support using hyperlinks, blogs, online networks, and open source database facilities. Mirandilla, 2009. The campaign is comparable to the strategy utilized by US President Barack Obama. Pinoy is also the first Philippine president who directly responded to a citizen's note on a social networking site.